Very good day, a very good day to you, everybody watching here at Property Queen. Welcome to a new episode here at Taco Talks. Thank you so much for watching again. And today is a very special episode because we have the one, the only, my great friend and partner, Alexander C. with us. Business coach, leadership trainer, and most of all, somebody that knows a lot about entrepreneurship within the real estate industry. And we have asked him specially to join us here today to give us some tips, to give us some ideas. How do you actually start as a real estate entrepreneur? So first of all, Alex, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you very much, Taco. It was always good to hear you introduce me so nicely.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome, man. Well, first of all, let me just start very simply, right? These people here watching at Property Queen want to know some tips of how to become a very effective, efficient real estate entrepreneur. Can you give us some tips? Give us the first tip.
You know, that is such an interesting, question that you're asking me off the bat, right? Because, it's such a huge topic to begin with, right? And so the thing is now is, I think what we see a lot, what I see a lot when people basically get into the real estate, start to invest in the real estate when they become a real estate entrepreneur, right? I think, the first tip that actually really comes to my mind, the first important thing, which is also one of the most commonly made mistakes as well, is knowing your goals, right? It's about first understanding where you're gonna go, right? There is a very simple line, right? Start with the end in mind.
Okay, nice.
Right? Yeah. Start the end in mind. And but most often, what happens here? What a lot of people, real estate entrepreneurs, they typically just jump into it. Yeah. Why? Because it's good to be in real estate. It's good to invest. So get into it straight away, right? But there needs to be a bit more thought into, what their goals really are.
Okay, very good. That's very interesting, right? So, very simply, start with your goals, right? That would be the first step that you want to go with. And from there onwards, you want to achieve those goals with specific strategies, good systems. So, let's go to tip number 2, right? Now, a real estate entrepreneur has set their goals. What would be a next step for a real estate entrepreneur, Alex?
That's a good one. As a follow-up from the first tip, right? In knowing your goals, most typically, you first need to establish how much money you want to make, right? How much you're expecting to get out of this, right? But most importantly too, because when you're investing, you also need to be open to the fact that there is risk to things, right? That means you could potentially lose something. And you know what? But that's what it is. Investments, that is exactly what it is. Entrepreneurship comes with risk. Nothing in life is risk-free, right? Nothing great worth having is risk-free. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So the second tip that comes to that is basically knowing your numbers, right? When I say knowing your numbers, it's about knowing your finances, right? How much money are you going to put aside for this, right? How much money? And this money here is very important because you need to know, right? Don't take something out of your savings funds. Don't take something out of your retirement fund. Don't take something out of your children's education fund because, then obviously it goes somewhere else.
Yes.
Potentially. Yeah, right? Yeah. So we need to know how to manage risk, and it starts by knowing your numbers. Right? I would start the first question, right? Like I was with everybody. Do you know how much you're spending on a monthly basis? Do you know what your general expenses are? You'd be surprised. A lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all about setting the right goals, but you start basically with knowing your numbers. Because if you know your numbers, how much of your numbers should you actually be investing? That is the main question, I guess, right? Yeah. So how much should you be investing from the numbers that they have?
Yeah. That's a good question, right? Because we also talk about that. We have a framework, right?
Yeah.
Was it the 10, 10, 10, and then 55 and
15?
15.
Yeah,
right?
over the 100%.
Yeah. What are the 3/10 first one?
Yeah.
I know that what a big 55 is, right? And it's what I started with. Is what are your general expenses, right? Yep. What do you need to pay for? Let's say rent if you're renting, right? If you got mortgage, you already have mortgage, right? Your first home, that's also something you need to understand, right?
Yep.
Your electricity bills, your insurance, your food, not to mention.
Very good.
Right? I think in Malaysia we love our food.
True.
Yeah, so you don't
And
need
people that come live in Malaysia also start liking the food, right?
He likes Maggie goreng.
Very much.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So moving forward,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
So you say the 10, 10, 10, 55, 15, very important. So 55% is your necessity,
Big one.
security. So
Yeah.
is it safe to say that everybody that is watching right now, at least you should be able to invest 10% of your income in any type of investment, either it's property or something else? Am I correct?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. You know, that's a very big one, right? I mean, the idea is you must be able to survive, right? I mean, if you can't even survive, you can't pay for yourself, then why are you even investing?
Yeah.
Right? You shouldn't.
Yeah, very good. So let's go a little bit deeper into the whole property investment, right? So we talk about real estate entrepreneurs. Now, you can be an entrepreneur in many ways, right? You can be a real estate agent, that is an entrepreneur. You can be a developer, that is an entrepreneur. And you can be a property investor, a professional property investor, what is also an entrepreneur. Let's stick to the property entrepreneur, because we know at Property Queen, we have a lot of property entrepreneurs watching us here on this channel. So let's ask this final question to my good friend here, Coach Alex, right? Alex, what final advice would you give everybody here at Property Queen watching Taco Talks if they start their, investment, right? What is the final tip that you would want to give them when they go into this noisy market?
Yeah.
When they go into this market where there's so much offers, there's so much news, there's so many areas, there's so many buildings.
Yeah.
What final piece of advice would you give them?
Can I get 2?
I'm not sure. Should we give them 2? Yeah. Okay, let's give them 2. Right. He always wants a little bit more, right? But let's give him 2.
Yeah. I'll give. Okay, this first one that came to my mind is, as with any investments, right? As with entrepreneurship, you gotta know what you are investing in. Right?
Good point.
Yeah. And when I say you know what you're investing in, I don't mean like you go into let's say you go to somewhere, you go to an investment pitch, right? And you listen like, oh, good. Okay, sorry, pay. No. You need to do your due diligence, right?
Very
you need
good.
to understand the product itself. If it's real estate, look into the area. Right? You really need to know it. You don't need to be an expert in it per se.
Yeah.
Right? But you need to have at least the basics, understand how these numbers add up.
Yeah.
Right? It's gotta make sense to you after your due diligence.
Very good.
Right? Don't just count on what people are saying, because it's ultimately your decision.
Yeah.
Right?
True. And what else?
And then the last one, right, is really this, right? And it comes down to finding the right person, right, to bounce your ideas off, or your ideas in terms of investment. Finding the right mentor, right? It's all about experience, right? If you are new to investments, it can get a little bit scary, right? And I know a lot of us, when we make our first investment, we want to be able to make some good money, right? To do that, leverage on experience, right? Know how to ask the right questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions.
Nice.
Right? And in looking for a right mentor, here's a key thing, right? Sometimes your mentor, you don't necessarily need to like them.
Okay.
Hear me out.
Yeah, that's scary.
Right?
Scary.
Yeah, because you see now, good mentors, right? They will give you feedback which you will likely not like to hear. True, right?
Yes.
When you talk to people, you're not looking for affirmation. You're looking for an opinion. You want to know the other side, the other perspective.
Very good. Yeah.
And then from there, you have a bigger picture.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, very cool. That makes sense?
That made a lot of sense, I guess. Yeah, that made a lot of sense. Okay, well, there you have it for today. These are some tips that we're giving here to you today here at Taco Talks. We really hope that you enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed it, promise us that you like this post right here, right now. And make sure that you also comment something below, right? And if you want to learn something new from us, either from me or from my good friend here, Alex, we just bring him back on board here for another show. Just put your questions in the comment box and we will answer them in the next show again here at Taco Talks. Okay, thank you so much for watching this time. See you again next time here at Taco Talks from Property Queen. See you next time. Thank you, Alex. Bye-bye.